Hello everyone, and welcome to the R.E.C show, where the title's random and so are the topics. So, for the audio listeners out there, the episode is called The Ridiculously Epic Cruise Show. We're on episode 6, and we got Mav and Tarapeutic as our guests. So, do you guys want to introduce yourselves?
Hey, my name's Tarapeutic. I'm a Rec Room YouTuber, and that's my full-time job, and I enjoy it a lot.
I guess it's my turn. What's up, guys? It's MavInVR. Oh, my bad. I don't want to say that because it's not my video. I meant to say, what's up, guys? My name is Mav. But I make Rec Room YouTube videos. I do some cringy skits and some other random videos. And some people watch it. I don't know why.
No, I think they're good. I like them.
Thank you. You guys are just being too nice.
No. It's really good. I'm always going back to that music video. That music video was awesome. And the guy who sang it was so good. It was so good.
Yeah,
I'm shocked
he's really
that
talented.
it doesn't have as much
Me
views
neither.
as your other
I'm
popular
shocked.
videos. I'm
It
shocked.
so well.
It could have been the choice, the topic, or the choice of the song, or I'm not too sure. But all I know is that was one of the cringiest videos I've ever recorded. It's just like pretending to sing to like the camera coming in and out was just so weird.
I've made worse. Trust me, you're good. You're good. I've made worse.
I've done similar videos where it was like trying to do music videos, and it's like it does seem a little bit weird and awkward, but it ends up working quite well. And
I know, I
just
liked your recent one that you did.
satisfying. It's so satisfying when you're like editing it, because it's like you don't have to worry about any of the background audio, which is nice. So you can just
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's also the main thing, is like you can say like, all right, so do I have to sing it? Like, no, just literally just say whatever, just as long as you're not moving your
blah, 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 blah. Yeah.
Yeah,
There's one kid, I was doing his skit, yeah, and all he said was watermelon the entire time. Just
Yeah.
watermelon.
I remember that.
That's his skit.
I was
was
there.
Watermelon.
I was there.
No. It was actually one of the very first videos on my YouTube channel where I was recreating something from a audio drama, and so I had the actual audio, but I had to make the video, and so they could say whatever they want. One kid just said watermelon, and one time the audio said like the camera scene was just him asking how, and he decided to be funny and say cow.
So random.
And then, yeah, you can say whatever you want.
So it's like that's like perfect bloopers, like for the videos, is like you just don't have the music playing, just have whatever was playing in the actual audio, and just hear just the random conversations, people having just a random conversation with the camera.
I feel like we need to see more blooper reels. I have so much from my footage, but I just wait for it
so
to actually
much.
make them into something. Like from Showdown, like Soul Fox got like kind of crushed by the train. There's all these like really hilarious moments where we're filming. It just like went completely wrong. But yeah, I always forget to actually put them into a blooper reel because that would be really funny.
Speaking of Showdown, how do you guys feel about that?
I can't
How do
play.
you feel about it?
I have
You
not.
can't play? What do you mean?
I
I have Rec Room Plus. I have Rec Room Plus, and I can't get in.
It's because
Really?
the
What?
infinite loading screen. That happens a
that
lot.
sucks.
It's
I haven't had any issues.
Really?
I've been on screen mode or on VR. It hasn't given me any issues. It's a bit longer to load in, but because yeah, I don't know why, but it's a
It's-
bit longer to load in than most.
Yeah,
That's
it is a
crazy.
little bit laggy, that game, but it's still really fun. I really like the weapons.
I haven't played it yet. I only went on screen mode
Are
just
you-
to see the room. I haven't played with anyone, so I gotta still try that.
Are you good at the game, just as you are with normal paintball?
I think Mav is because it's like snipers. It's
know
pretty
what?
much like no scoping
Yeah, it's
snipers.
like
So it's
snipers.
like that room, the no scopes, whatever that map is called. That was a fun map, and that's pretty much what that is you're just going around just trying to no scope everyone.
Yeah, but the thing is, it was okay. What's weird about it is like I was so having a okay. You know how the pistol, the new little revolver Magnum thing,
Yeah.
it has like no iron sights, and it's really weird to aim. It's so hard to aim actually.
It
You have to
is,
really
yeah.
get used to it. And what I noticed I started doing, and it sounds so weird, but you'll see if you watch me play. I actually have it at my side, like kind of like you know how cowboys do, and I actually shoot it from my hip as low, like really low,
Shoot
like
from
right
your
there.
hip, yeah.
And I don't know why I've been hitting every shot like that, and I'm
I didn't know it
starting to
wasn't
think maybe
intentional.
there's
Maybe they made it with that in mind, like you're supposed to use it
yeah.
Like
I
it's
was like
1887.
thinking maybe that's why the Cowboys were holding it like that. Maybe they were onto something. Maybe there's a reason they were in that stance all the time, but it makes sense now because when I'm in that stance, I'm hitting every shot. But then when I try to aim like a normal pistol, it never works for me. I do this weird cowboy stance and I'm hitting everything. It's really weird.
Cowboys are the original tryhards.
Yeah, those little sweats. But it works. It is so weird. It's so funny. Aren't they going to be resetting the scoreboard, the leaderboards for after it releases to everybody? That's what I heard.
I would think so. Like this is kind of like the early, like the open beta, pretty much. I'm kind of picturing this.
Yeah. I thought there was some sort of contest about that. We can get top of, I don't know. I thought I read something about that. Top of leaderboard before they reset it or something like that.
Non-Rec Room Plus players will be even more upset.
Yeah,
that's true. But hey, they got they have a business model in Rec Rooms. I mean, that's
exactly.
Yeah,
I've heard about that so much this week in my comments.
I'm like
anger about non-Rec Room Plus and Rec Room's greedy, and I'm like having to explain like they're not greedy. It's not free to run a game like this. There's staff. There's like marketing. It's not free to make an RO.
Like, I mean, you're still playing it for free. You remember you're playing this for free.
Yes.
You don't have to get the membership, and you're not missing out. You're just not getting it as early. You know what I mean? So it's like you're still getting everything.
Unless it's UGC. Like if it's UGC, then
and you can't.
Yeah,
and you can't. There are some things like the economy.
Selling inventions.
You're gonna miss out on the economy.
Yeah.
If you don't have Rec Room Plus.
Yeah.
But that's why you play the game for free. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah.
And if you really want, you can make your money back too. Just using Rec Room Plus alone.
That's actually true.
You can't do that with Netflix. You can't do that with Amazon.
And it's nice because there's no pay to win, which a lot of like free to play games do, which is nice. It's like it's all pretty much just cosmetics or an in-game shop where you don't need to buy that invention. Like it's cool to have, but you're not getting anything from it. Although there are some pay to win rooms, but obviously those are like those like
exactly.
you
climb this
the rocket launcher,
like fly or whatever, getting free fly. Yeah, but it's like the base game has no pay to win feature, so it's nice.
The only issue is that people just fall in love with it. They love it so much that when an item comes out, they want to wear it so bad, then they get salty because they can't afford it or something. It's like it still doesn't make Rec Room in the wrong. It's just it makes them even more right because they made a game that we all love so much that you really want like a new outfit when it comes out because they designed them so well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I met someone in the rec center and they were looking at an item, one of them like expensive 5-star items, and they were like, "Man, this is like $10." And I'm like, "Wait, one item for 10? Oh yeah, I guess because you're buying tokens." And I'm like, "Yeah, a unicorn horn for $10. Like that's like a lot when you think about it."
It is a lot. Yeah.
Wow.
It
like it just put in my mindset like, "Oh wait, that's true. That is $10. Wow." Yeah.
I know.
I was
That's
in a
when
video
you
where I was
encourage them
giving
to use your code.
Yeah, I was buying people stuff, and I was like being Santa Claus, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna buy $50 worth of tokens. I don't care how I use them, I'm gonna use them. But people would be like, oh, can you get me what's in my wish list? And I'd look up and I'd see the unicorns, and I'd be like, all right, yeah, I don't care, 'cause, you know, I'm doing this for a video anyways. But deep down, I was like, oh, this hurts.
Yeah.
I was like,
I know.
there's like two
We
guys
did like
that
a
had
200,000 token giveaway on a video recently, and for me being Canadian, I think you're Canadian too. $1 sucks. So like it looks like whatever when you're looking at the store on the site, but like as a Canadian, it's like 25% more than that for us. So for me to buy like 100,000 tokens, my friends shipped in 50 each, but for me to buy that, it hurt my wallet. I think it was at least around $100 for me, but we gifted a lot of people and it was good. I like doing stuff like that. But rip my credit card. Plus, you don't really think about when you add, like, I don't know, for me, being an adult, you add funds to your Steam wallet or something just to buy something. And you're like, if I stop and think, like, I'm spending like $20 on this outfit. Oh, well, but.
You know how weird it would be if I told somebody, hey, I just spent $10 on a virtual cosmetic that I'll never have in my hand. And they're just like, what?
And might not even wear. Might only bought because of FOMO.
It's pretty much an NFT when you think about it. It's a non-fungible token.
Yeah.
It's just bragging rights.
It's
It's just digital.
Yeah, it is.
It's a digital item.
It is.
Do you do the weekly every single week, like without missing it?
If it's a repeat, I don't. But if
it's a repeat, there's no point.
But
Yeah.
I'll help other people get it. Like if
Definitely.
Ruth doesn't have it, then I'll help her get it. Or if any of my other friends
I love
doesn't
Skulls.
have it.
We basically only played that game for weeklies.
Pretty much, yeah. And that was fun because I always got to get good clips from that one
Yeah.
level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isle is
Yeah.
growing on me. It didn't used to be one of my favorite quests, but now it is. I don't know. I ran through it a lot lately.
It is.
I haven't
it's my
actually
favorite
got.
quest.
Oh, I love it. I love
It is very beautiful. I haven't actually got most caution skins, so I have missed out. I think for some reason I just got too angry at them. I'm like, caution skin, I'm not getting this, and I just didn't get them. But every other weekly since I started.
caution
well,
skins are good.
A few months into starting.
I like-
They're
Caution
they're
skins are
okay.
nice. Respect the caution skin.
He lives
I
in black and
respect
yellow.
them. See, that's the thing. They look good with certain outfits. People can make them work, but the fact that they release them on like everything when there's other like, why not make other things that like the clang sword or whatever, like that would look good on a camera skin, but they didn't do that. Just more caution, more caution. I don't know. It's like the thing to do at the time. I'm not mad at caution skins. It was the overuse and how many we got. It was like
Well, I
7
gotta
within,
admit,
like,
they
I don't know,
they
2
were
months.
pumping them out every other week. That was like a little excessive, but
Yeah, that exactly. What sparingly, I wouldn't have been so mad at it. It was the excessive caution, I think, that we all had an issue with. So yeah, I wish they'd put out more camera skins though, because I only have one, I think.
I only have
Why
one,
don't they do
which is the
a
caution
streamer
skin.
cam skin? I really want a streamer cam
They-
skin.
Yes,
so bad.
please.
They say the
please.
only reason they're like really don't want to do it is because obviously majority of people won't even be able to use it because a lot of people are on
Yeah,
Quest
but then
2.
I get that.
I
but,
think they
like,
should have done it for the partner program people as a special item, because that would have been
That's
really
true.
Yes.
Most people
Yes.
are.
because it would be so rare.
Yeah.
And I mean, we always have our streamer cams out because we're always recording.
Yeah.
That's true.
Someone suggested that, I think, didn't they? But I guess they
And-
still didn't want to.
for like a video contest would be a good idea. Like if you don't have streamer cam, at least like in your account it's there. So if you ever do have to pull out the streamer cam one day on PC or something, you'll have it. But like I just feel like that's something they could they could add in as well. I feel like the streamer cam is really lacking. I've actually been talking to Sean to see if you could get some features added to the streamer cam that some of the features that I've seen like in VR chat, because they have like VR chat has like
Oh,
a
yeah,
a
there's
manual
lot.
focus for the camera. There's like the face tracking or something like that. There's a lot of different
Oh,
features,
wow.
but I just want them to have a manual focus. That would be cool, because if you can imagine
they,
you're
they
like
could do that because they have a similar system for the green screen where you can adjust the distance of the green screen, just like adjust
Mm-hmm.
the distance for like adding like a blur or something.
right.
And then
Exactly.
that would be
I don't
kinda
think it's
cool.
that difficult. Just imagine how cool it'd be to animate a streamer point like from here around the table, and as it comes around, you can animate it the focus as well. So like say you can animate it to focus here, and then it focuses on something else as it comes around.
So the streamer cam
just think
point,
that'd be
that's a
crazy.
CV1, right? I believe that's a CV1 item. So what they need to do is they need to add that, but then also add a CV2 streamer cam point where you can where then you can go in, expand the circuit, and then adjust, like you said, for during the key points or the keyframes of like the track, have it so like, all right, when it hits this point, start zooming out to this point, and then but also like have like a proper slider for FOV, not just like stages, but like a proper like 0 to 180 FOV slider.
Yeah.
I like where this is going, but I just feel like this is too complex for Rec Room. That'd be a while, I think, before we see something like that. Maybe.
Yeah, I think that they should do some more, like, because I really hate like doing the whole like comparing with VR chat, but I really like, you know how VR chat has the worlds where it's like PC only players.
Yeah.
Like, no one there complains about not being on PC. You know, I've never seen anyone say like, why did they add a PC only thing here? Like, people that just have PC, like, they can experience like the full potential. Like, imagine if they got rid of that. That was like getting rid of like 80% of the best rooms or best worlds on VR chat, and those rooms are incredible. Some of them look so realistic, and it's all like depending on how much effort that creator used, that how creative they were in that room or that world. And like, imagine if they had I'm not saying they should, but imagine if they had a PC only Rec Room like playlist, and people that were PC only had unlimited ink or something. Like, that would be
That'd be
pretty
cool.
crazy.
Oh man, my
Or just
laptop
like,
that
is
would
be
or
cool.
like, or just having it as an experimental toggle, saying that we'll give you unlimited ink, but expect to crash a lot, which is like understandable
Yeah.
because like people are gonna
Yeah.
like obviously do that, but like that would be kind of
Exactly.
cool to just to like.
like Doom Heist. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that'd be a good
I
idea.
think it would be cool to kind of like start catering to a little bit to the PC players. Like, I know they cater a lot to the screen mode players and the quest players, and
Yes.
I get it. That's the big portion of the audience and the player base, but a big portion of the full potential of the game is in PC. That's just the truth. You know what I mean? And like I feel like they don't really, like I said, they would rather focus on the quest players and stuff like that. And I was just thinking, like, when they came out with the costumes, the full body costumes, I thought for sure it would come out with full body tracking, just because like full body tracking I don't think is like something that's way too complex. Like sooner or later all of the VR games are going to have full body tracking anyways. So it's like, why not, if we're going to introduce full body tracking, full body costumes, like allow full body tracking with it? It would be so cool. Imagine the skits and videos you can make with that.
Oh yeah.
And when I made a candy post about it, I think someone replied about, exactly that. They're just focusing more on the majority of the audience than rather the PC players.
Yeah.
And it makes me so sad. It makes me so sad, but I understand it, you know what I mean? It's
Well, like
business,
that's
business.
now, but they're such a young company still. Maybe in like 5 years we'll have some of these things and maybe more that we're
Yeah.
thinking of, But for now,
Mhm.
yeah, I totally get what
Yeah.
they're doing. Like Showdown, they said Showdown was built with screen mode players in mind, basically.
Yeah.
Mm.
So I've heard it's tight in Showdown. It's a bit tight in there.
Well,
You mean
there's the mines
physically, like-
underneath, which is like half the map.
I think
but
it was
no one
meant
ever
to
goes
be
down there
tight
when I was
though,
playing
like
public
close
lobbies.
quarter combat, not just like far away, like large map, paintball map
Yeah.
style. I think it was meant to be like
It's
close
very
combat
quick.
shootout.
Yeah.
I think that's what it was meant for.
It's supposed to be.
Like when we
I
were doing the
personally
early
hate the mines.
testing, I don't mind them. I don't
Because
mind them,
every
pun
time I'm in there,
intended.
it's like such a long hallway, and like I always
It
just get on
is.
the back. I mean, someone's gonna come out. There's so many ways to come down, and they always end up behind you. I don't know how that's how I feel about the mine, but I just stay up top.
Everyone else seemed to as well. But when we were playing, I noticed during the like beta testing that we did, I feel like we didn't even get through because it's 25 hits per each team. If you get that before the 4 minutes are up, then the game ends. And I don't think we really ever did. It was like the time went through because we were just taking our time looking at everything and trying to figure out what we're gonna do for our videos. And when I started playing in public lobbies when it came out, we never got through the 4 minutes. Like the rounds are over so fast. It's like 2 minutes, maybe 3. Not compared to paintball, which seems to just go on forever for like the
Yeah,
weekly.
yeah.
These rounds were just like going by so fast. It's a very fast-paced like game.
Yeah, it's a very short game, very fast paced. I kind of wish it
It
was just
is.
like fine with the 4 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever, but like unlimited kills. So then it's like you're forced to use the whole time, and yeah, that game can be like 2 minutes literally, and I'm just like, okay, just spam start. But other than that, man, the gameplay is so much fun. I really like the guns, and
It
I
is.
heard they're gonna nerf the shotgun. I really hope they do
What?
that. Dude, have
think
you
it's-
seen how far that shotgun shoots?
I know.
Because that's-
But they
the
can't
thing
just,
shoots-
like-
the map is way too small for that kind of range.
I know. That thing is OP. I mean, the first time that was pointed out to me, see things I don't notice because I'm not really like somebody who plays a lot of PvPs. But we're doing the beta testing. I didn't notice any of that. Then as soon as we started playing for
Oh, I
reals,
noticed during the beta.
I was like, oh yeah, this thing is like really overpowered. But also the fact that you spawn, like you'll be on red team and you'll die. And then you'll spawn right next to the person that just killed you from the other team. Like there's no spawn like in paintball.
Oh, that's
you
gonna
spawn
happen
back
no
on your own
matter
side of the
what.
map.
Yeah, that's always
Yeah,
gonna
there's
happen.
none of that.
Small maps is like that.
It's
Small maps.
Not every time, but like 1 in like 5 times you'll spawn right on top of someone from the other team. You're like, oh, I'll just shoot you. Then like it's kind of weird. And it takes like a good like second or two to get your gun when you spawn in. Like if you die, you spawn back. You're like, oh, where's my gun? And boom, there it is. Like some weird things about it, but I'm sure over time it'll get improved.
No, dude, I played with Egg. Have you played with Egg? Dude, this kid is crazy. He was probably the best. At the time, I think it was the day after the game released, on the 19th, and Egg is he was on like number 20. Oh, he was number 20 on global. So I was like, what the heck? And when you play there, when he starts playing, dude, the kid will land every shot with the pistol. He will land every single shot. I'm just like, oh my God, bro, let me practice. I can't even spawn.
we played with a few sweaty people on the first day that it came out that were already clearly trying to be really good at
Right.
it. But
Yeah, they're
yeah.
trying to be on top.
I think I just spent too much time in there in the beta testing. Now I just don't care for it. It's like, ugh, I spent like 20 hours in there. I don't want to play
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah.
Kind of sick of it. Editing all the videos, just seeing it constantly, hearing about it constantly. All the people in my Discord like making speculations that were completely incorrect, but I couldn't say anything. Like I kind of just over Showdown right now. But
Do
it's
you guys ever
awesome,
see a
but-
Western? Do you guys ever see a Western original like coming up? Has it ever thought to your mind like there's gonna be there should be a Western original? Because I kind of have had that thought. I don't know if you guys because they have that Western room.
I
that
did,
one
yeah, with
Western
the template. They had the template there.
Yeah.
I
And
totally
it's like,
have. I've even put
yeah.
it in a video. I'm like, they should make quests for the Wild West, and I like made this thing in Photoshop where I put a Western background that I put one of the goblins in with a little cowboy hat on.
Nice.
I said that, and then
Yeah.
people are saying that I predicted it. I'm like, no, I just have weird ideas sometimes. But I think that would have been a cool quest. Maybe they'll add on to it someday. Like the idea of Western, make it into a quest. Who knows? We need more quests. That's what I want.
Yeah. If they make another PvP though, or even another quest, what theme do you think they'll go with now? Because they've done Cyberpunk. No, was that Cyberpunk? It is Cyberpunk kind of, and then
Yeah,
they've done
yeah, I guess so.
and then they did this Western one, and then there's the
Well,
Isle of
Golden
Lost
and
is
Crimson
kind
are
of
supposed to be sequels to each other, aren't they? I thought I read that. That
those
Crimson
are
is a
like
sequel to
magical,
Golden
yeah.
They're kind of
Those are
in
like
the
fantasy.
same universe. Got the same enemies and
Yeah, they are.
weapons.
with goblins. Exactly. I would
And you
like to
get the
see kind of a
pirates.
sequel to Isle because I just think I love that theme.
Hmm.
Or, I mean, I hate Jumbotron, but if they redid it and did it with that theme but in a different way so it wasn't as like friendly fire rampant, then that would
Yeah,
be
yeah.
cool too. Because that's my main gripe with Jumbotron. It's the friendly fire. There's nowhere to go to
Yeah.
get away from your teammates. But I do love the theme and the music is a bop, for sure.
Yeah. Jumbotron's probably my favorite quest.
I think Bathaya kept on saying that they should make an Egyptian style quest, but it's like,
Oh,
Yeah.
yo,
But
that's a
I'm like,
great
what-
idea.
I've
But
heard
what
him
enemies
say
would there
that,
be?
yeah.
would those just use the standard
Um,
goblins or
Skele-
like
Skeletons
or skeleton?
is
Mummies.
Skeletons would fit.
Mummies, there we go, mummies, that's what it
Yeah.
is.
Okay.
Mummies. Hey, if it happens, you
Skeletons,
have
but
it
wrapped up.
recorded here. We called it.
Just like skeletons,
Bo
but
called
with
it,
like
actually.
rags wrapped around
Yeah.
them or something.
Yeah, that would
That
be
is
dope.
a
There
good
is already
idea.
that Cairo quest. I've only played it once. It's
Technically-
apparently really hard. In Rec Room, Cairo quest. Have you guys
Technically,
played that?
we have those costumes for Halloween. That's like a
Yes.
mummy.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
So technically, people would like. Are those
Yeah.
are those for sale actually, or are those?
I think they're
were a
only for
one-time thing?
for
No, I think they were
Halloween.
limited time. Yeah, because I got it.
Yeah.
Makes sense why I like never see them anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
They released during
I
that
can really
time when
see
they
Rec Room-
released every single Halloween outfit last year, or majority of the ones.
I
I
bought
could really
the
see them
wrong
making a
skeleton mask.
steampunk, like,
Steampunk
Like
would
a
be cool
steampunk
too.
because I feel like it would
Yeah.
In
really
the
fit
sky,
Rec Room's like style.
like would it be like
Yeah,
in the
I feel
sky on
that's
like
Rec
those
Room style
airships
already.
or airboats or whatever.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. And they can make some
That would
cool
be cool.
weapons with that theme too.
Kind of like Arcane, just like a Arcane style like environments and
Oh,
stuff.
I love
That would be
Arcane so
that would be
much.
so
I
good.
love Arcane. I'm so glad you brought that up. I love Arcane.
It's
Bro,
really good.
I think it's it's great. It's actually really, really good.
The
like,
art
every
style
character
is
just-
just so unique. Like the painted
Dude, the art
animation,
style is
it's just so
crazy.
unique. I still can't believe how they
Holy
do it.
Lord.
It's like 3D, but it's 2D paintings, but it's
Yeah.
it's like it's so cool. It's so cool the way.
And
It's,
every episode has like a little music video. Like,
and the fight
that-
scenes
that
are just
show.
insane with like the amount of details and like the sparks flying, and like the amount of detail and like the smoke and everything. It's so good. I love it.
yes, I love Arcane.
Have you watched Arcane yet?
Watched what?
Arcane. It's on Netflix.
Arcane?
Yeah.
So me and
No.
Ruth are on the same page, I
should.
see.
You guys gotta watch
Yep.
it, please.
This is actually this actually happened
so
a
good.
few times actually, where the two guys are nerding out, and
Yeah.
then me and the other person in that chair just like,
They're just like,
uh-huh,
yeah.
uh-huh.
I feel like
yeah,
I don't do
okay."
anything anymore. Like between all that I do for my YouTube channel, it's just like I'm obsessed with it. I do not do anything else. I don't watch shows. Like the odd time I'll stop and watch like a show or something like that, but I really don't do anything outside of that. It feels like.
Oh, I know what you mean. Though, last night, for the first time, I watched 2 movies in a row. I watched Ready Player One for the first time.
Oh, I was gonna watch that. We
and-
should have watched that together. Okay, well, I need to watch it.
Have you seen it yet? Have you seen
No,
it yet?
I was gonna suggest that. For
Okay,
the, for our
okay, we'll watch it. My
Um,
first time seeing that screen was in Bothaya's AMA. Like, that was cool.
Yes,
And
yeah,
then-
I think me too.
And
But I
then
didn't think about it at the
tried to watch
time.
yours. then I tried to watch yours, but it was just black. The screen was just black, and like Mama Monkey's laughing, she's reacting to it, and I'm like, it's just a black screen. I asked everyone else in my room, and I was with Soul Fox too, and everyone's like, I see it. It's just you. And
Oh, that's weird.
it finally did come up for a total of 3 seconds, and then it was just a frozen screen, so I didn't get to watch your video.
Aw. I agonized over that. I don't know why. For so long, I said, what clip am I supposed to play in front of all these people for my channel? I'm like, I don't even know what to put. So eventually I was like, okay, I'll just put some like intros and things for my live
The intro was
streams. I don't know.
cute. The
I'll
intro
put-
was so
Oh,
cute.
thanks.
If
with
I
all
ever
the-
do it, I'll
the
just put
video
one of
with the
me
music.
getting Ruth just every single time in I've
course
lost
you would.
skulls every
Of course
single
you would.
time.
Yep, for sure.
If I ever did an AMA, can I'm gonna ask them if my intro could be like just a montage of me raging in paintball. I think that'd be absolutely hilarious.
That would be, I hope to see more AMAs. Like I was for Bose, I was there, and yeah, I would go to like anyone's AMA, any of the YouTubers. Like I really just want to see more of them. I like to learn more about people, so I just find it interesting.
I'd love to see Chubby Snail up there. He's so funny.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Oh, Chubby
Cool
Snail
guy.
is so good.
Chubby Snail's the best. He's the best, man.
Yes. Yes, he's very underrated.
Imagine
karaoke
everyone
with
expecting
him.
an AMA if I do an AMA, and then all of a sudden
Really?
the video comes up and it's just
Yeah.
me speedrunning Ratatouille.
That is so funny. Didn't you send copies of Ratatouille to like a bunch of people? I
Chubby
don't
Snail,
really like
right?
understand
it.
the joke. I love Ratatouille
I did
the
it
movie,
to
but the Wii game
Harry's Soul, Bethai, and Chubby Snail.
that's too funny. Like, did you
I
like
still
have to,
have a
like,
lot
dig
more.
to, like, the
I
Walmart
still have a lot
discount
more
bin?
list because
find
I
those,
cleared
'cause,
out
like-
eBay. I cleared out eBay of all the
Cleared out
That's
reviews.
too
eBay.
funny.
So I had I have a stack of
Was it
them
like
that
a-
I'm gonna send out more.
Was it like a sale on like a 10-pack of Ratatouille games for the
No,
Wii?
but no.
Circa, like,
I just saw like there was like
2007?
only a few dollars on eBay, so I'm like I just bought them all.
That's
Who's the
really
seller? Like, why the hell do you want my Ratatouille, bro?
It's like everyone like,
Yeah.
like
Why
why do you
want
want
more
4
copies?
Ratatouilles? Why do you want all my Ratatouilles? Okay.
Are you good? Are you good, bro?
Only
Are
him.
you alright?
Only him.
I know. Like, what are you even searching on eBay to find like a 10-pack of Ratatouille Wii games?
Just
Like,
Ratatouille.
were you
Wii
looking for that and you
game.
stumble
That's
across
all it
it?
is. That is just that's all I
Wow.
do, sir. Is I search up and then I bought it.
So specific.
That's too funny.
They should make it for VR. Ratatouille VR.
I'm waiting until
Yeah,
someone
I'd
makes a
play that.
good
Someone should make it
Ratatouille
in.
game.
Someone
I,
should
like,
make it
I
in
was
Rec
gonna see
Room.
if they could ever like like if I could like commission and like spend a couple $100 and just say, hey, can you like just make a like a Ratatouille room or something? Just like a
Yes.
because I just be
Yeah,
so down.
I'm sure-
with that.
Was it a Disney movie or Pixar or both? Disney Pixar.
I think it's Disney.
Yeah.
It was Disney and Pixar.
Oh, Disney's pretty like stringent about suing people for that kind of stuff. So I don't know if that would work, but it could be like a knockoff. But yeah, I have this like
interesting.
kayak game that I got on Steam, and I saw Soul Fox playing.
Oh,
it, but it's
Kayak
so
VR,
Cool. I like
that-
kayaking IRL.
Was that the?
Have you
that
tried it? It looks
game?
so good.
It was so good. I'm so
I haven't
glad
tried it yet.
I got it for my graphics card. As like I bought it as soon as I got upgraded my graphics cards because my 1070 would never be able to handle that. So my 3080 Ti right now, playing that is so good. It was so good.
That's awesome.
Wait a minute. Have you
What are the
played it
controls
on
like? Do you have to
index
like?
yet?
I kayak in real life.
Or is it like?
So it's like
Yeah, same. So I'm like,
it
is
was
it like
it
actual kayaking?
It was a little bit awkward, but then if you set it to realism, then it actually like does feel
Ah,
like realistic. Because
That's so cool.
the default setting is like arcade, where it's like you just push a little bit and you go like flying. But like a
Mhm.
realistic
Yeah,
feel
yeah.
is where you actually pedal and you're actually like going normal speed.
Yeah, have you guys tried the okay, Ruth, do you use PC VR as well, or you just use the Quest 2?
She's on Valve Index.
Oh yeah, you upgrade too. Okay, so everyone here is PC. All right, if you haven't tried Google Earth and VR, you should probably try
Oh,
it.
yes.
It's so cool.
Yes.
It's really good. It's really, really cool. It's like I can be on there for literally hours.
same.
Just like,
Same. I literally
roaming.
downloaded that and I was like,
yeah.
am I really gonna like this? He's like Google Street View, but I was literally sucked in there for like hours just looking around.
Sorry.
I know. It's so cool.
I used to watch YouTube a bit on Wait, can you do that on the Index? No, because it's a Quest 2 app. I haven't done it since I switched over. You know, you can watch YouTube in VR.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you do that on? Can you do that on the Index?
Yeah,
you should.
YouTube VR. I have not. I know you can do it in Quest. I've not looked it up for
Yeah.
PC.
I use OVR Toolkit when I'm reading my scripts and stuff now. I used to print it off on a piece of paper. Apparently, I'm a
No, you have to see it in VR so you can actually.
Yeah,
read
but
it.
for chat, I just like peek under my headset and read on my second monitor. But like,
I remember
know
Ty used to do that. Yeah, Ty used to do
Here's
that.
my
But yeah,
issue.
I'd see him live streaming looking like underneath his headset.
I don't know. I could do it pretty subtle. I don't know if people notice or not. But my issue is with OVR Toolkit is not that I can have it in front of me. I just don't know how to get it so it goes away when I put my hand away.
Oh, there's
Soulfox is good with
an
that.
option. Yeah,
There's an option to adjust the
so that when you're not
sensitivity
looking at
and
it,
angle.
it just it'll disappear.
That's the thing I
completely.
need to kind of tweak to make it so that it's good. I would like to get to the point where I'm not peeking under my headset to read chat. Yeah.
It's kind of a tradition that we've always been kind of doing, is we always ask, how did you get into VR and Rec Room?
I got into
Did you
VR
go-
because
yeah.
I couldn't get a PlayStation
Sorry, I didn't know if you
5.
wanted me to go first.
No, that's okay. I wanted to get a PlayStation 5 because I've always played PlayStation, but they're like completely unavailable. So, and I thought like the only people who had VR were like Markiplier. For some reason, I thought it was still like in like, I guess I thought it was like 2014 still. But then I realized like the Quest 2 had just come out, so I got one, and then I was looking for free games because Quest 2 wasn't cheap in Canada. It was like $450, and I bought Beat Saber, and it was like $30-something. And I was like, yeah, no, we need to start looking into cheaper options before I drop like a lot more money on this. So I was like, Rec Room. So, but I didn't really have good experiences in Rec Room at first. It was a bit like there's some toxic players, and I was afraid to speak. And one time, literally, I went to a PvP, and there was some people that were attacking me and killing me just because I was a girl. And I remember like I took off my headset and I like just walked away, and I was like, how could people be so mean in this world? I'm not like, yeah. So I've since
That's like
had a
the
lot
most
more
Canadian
fun.
saying it.
I know.
thing ever. I'm sorry. That was like Canadian. It's like, just put it down. How could be so,
know.
so mean? I
know.
mean, really.
It was.
You don't even rage at
It
them. You
was.
just put it down. Just,
I was afraid to speak. That's why I was like, but yeah, no, I didn't realize there was toxic people, and now I realize that there are, and you just have to like get over that. But yeah, at first, yeah, no, it's crazy because I honestly could have gone either way. I could have been like, I'm never gonna play this game again, you know. But I did, and I fell in love with it like after that. After I realized it was more than just community maps with PvPs full of toxic people. Yeah, I got.
You ever
past
played
that.
Call of Duty before? Like
No,
online?
see, I'd never
I'm
played
so
games like that.
happy. Trust me, if you think it was bad, your first experiences in Rec Room,
Yeah. I know.
2012 Call of Duty servers, it was like it was the nastiest thing that it was like a normal thing. It was like the way people talk to each other, it was like a language. If you're not insulting somebody to the full potential that you can insult somebody, you're just not having a conversation. And it was so wild. It was just it was so entertaining though. It was just so funny. Like there was so many videos about it. It's absolutely hilarious. But even nowadays, I feel like Call of Duty and everybody there kind of calmed down a little bit. But back then, oh my God, it was so wild. It was so wild on online competitive games. So here, like, yeah, there's some toxic players, but nowhere near as like the rated M
Most people are
toxic.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was wild.
I played that game lots. I played Call of Duty Zombies like so much, but I just never played online
Zombies.
games. I just played like
Yeah.
by myself, like yeah. So.
That's good though. That's good. Were you done?
I was done.
I didn't know if
No.
I was my. I didn't know if it was my turn. So basically the question is like how to start YouTube and Rec Room
Just-
basically.
YouTube, Rec Room, VR. Just how did
VR,
you
how
start?
did you start VR?
Okay, so I was dating this girl and we were living in an apartment and we both like were having the relationship wasn't working out that well and we were both about to lose our jobs to COVID, and so it was like a really, really tough time. It was like really, really crappy. And I sold my car for a couple different reasons. I just wasn't using it as often. I had a company car that I was using, and the car was super expensive. And I had a good deal with my friend to flip it and make some profit. And I think I made like about $1,000 profit, which is good because I would have lost so much money in the car if I just kept paying it off.
Wow.
So I use I gave like $500 to my friend for helping me sell it in the first place, and then I used like $300 on the Quest 1 because I saw it came up, and I was just like, dude, I got some pocket change, I might as well just drop it. And so, a lot of people were like, to me, like, I thought it was kind of a dumb decision. Like, I found sold my car, and then I used up pretty much most of the money to get this Quest 1. But I'm just like, in my mind, I was like, well, I could have walked out with no money, but now I'm walking out with a Quest 1. So I don't see how you guys are seeing it that way. So after we split up, and I had no job, I had no place to stay. I asked my parents if like I could chill with them until I get a job again. I could go get another apartment or whatever, and they were like, yeah, that's fine. I started using my Quest because I'm on quarantine. I have no job, and I'm just like, it was one of like the darkest times of my life. I was super depressed, and I thought like, if I make some videos, it'll keep my mind off of things. And after the first video, and then the second video, and the third video, I was like doing it as a habit, even though I had like only like 10 subscribers. But then I started having some original ideas, and they started gaining traction, and it just kind of became like literally like my lifestyle to do YouTube. And yeah, ever since then, like there's like specific people that were like sparks as well to like, if not for them, like if not for Chaz pushing me to make my first video, that wouldn't have happened. If not for my friend buying me my mic just because he felt bad that I didn't have a microphone in my videos, I wouldn't have had that boost. It was like just a bunch of different things that like I'm super grateful for. But now I'm doing it like, pretty much almost full time. And I'm almost going to be doing it like, because I have another full-time job, which is I work at a warehouse, and it's boring warehouse stuff. But I'm making more money doing Rec Room and YouTube than my warehouse job, where I even got a raise. And I'm just like, man, why am I still here? But I mean, I still have to work the job. I still have to save the money, but like doing YouTube and just being able to do something I love so much, and it's being so sustainable, and as long as you work hard, it'll reward you. It just makes me like not ever want to have another job ever again, because like you can work for yourself. You can work for yourself. You can get you can have a upgrade in your income if you want to work hard. You can't do that for your boss. You can work so hard, and if he doesn't want to give you a raise, you get no raise. And it's just like, I'm super grateful for
But even
for
if
what
you
I
do,
have.
even if you do get the raise or whatever, you're still working to grow their company, not yours. Like this
Exactly.
is the brilliant
Exactly.
part of it. Yeah.
And if they want to lay you off for no reason, they can do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you only get laid off on YouTube if you quit. That's the only way you get laid off.
Or you get
Or
canceled.
if you break a
But hey, you
rule.
can just go
Yeah, if you get
incognito and
canceled,
like start another channel. At least you have all your editing skills. I can't take that from you. I think of these things for when I say something
what
stupid,
would
because it's
happen?
only a matter of time.
You're like, I got my backup plan. I have my second
Yeah,
account
yeah,
ready. I got videos
Secretly
ready.
have a YouTube channel, a secret YouTube channel already
Voice,
existence that has
voice
10,000
changer.
subscribers all ready to go.
That's hilarious.
Oh my god. No, I haven't thought that far ahead. Hopefully I don't get canceled.
I'm a catastrophe thinker. Sorry.
No, you're good. You're just one of those people that just prepare for the worst.
Yes. I like your story though. That's
Oh,
cool.
yeah.
Mine's so different because mine is basically like I was moving. I was selling my house. I used to live in a different part of the province. Selling my house and gonna move down south, like 15 hours drive away. And I only had like a couple more months at my job. So I started my YouTube channel, and I was like, I think with the proceeds from the house sale, I could spend the rest of the year not working and just working on YouTube full time. And just like if it doesn't work out, I'll get a job like next year. But basically, I was doing something else too. I had running Etsy shops, so I was still earning income, but I wasn't gonna like go out and get a job. And I was like, but if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But I'm gonna give this like my Rec Room best, because I literally don't want to work for anyone anymore ever. So I like put my all into it. But it was mainly like just from sheer determination, I suppose. So like I started out from day one, like I want this to be my career. It wasn't like, eventually how most people are like, I should transition into this. I was like, I'm gonna do this. Like, and if I don't, then it's not because
Yeah.
I didn't try. It's because I tried my hardest and it didn't work out. So to go like full time after like just about a year, I think they came out with the partner program, December 12th. So like basically 1 year, and I was like, okay, I'm making full time income. Cool. And then since like this year's been a lot better, obviously, because it's just grown more. But being able to do it full time from the start was definitely an advantage because it's, I had time.
You get
But
to focus,
my
yeah,
Etsy,
more, yeah.
my Etsy shop was pretty busy last summer. Like I was doing like sometimes up to like $1,000 worth of orders a day. So I was really busy mailing things, doing that on
Wow.
the side. So while I was also doing YouTube full time, I was doing that. So like it was really busy, but still not
Yeah.
having to go to work. So I still had all my time, my schedule.
That's
Yeah.
good. That's
Everyone's
good. That just
journey is so
shows you
different.
that Yeah, it just shows you that, if you work hard enough and you have a plan, you kind of have to have
Yes.
a vision too, whatever you do. If you
Exactly.
don't have a vision, you're not going to know where you're going to get it. You're not going to know
Yeah.
where you're going to end up.
Exactly.
Did you ever go back to that person who said you wasted your money on the Quest 1 and be like, you know what? Since then, I'm kind of a big deal because I would do that. I'm catty like that.
I'm not going to say any names.
Well, yeah,
Oh.
I'm not going to say any names right now.
yeah.
There's a camera over there somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a circle.
My friend found me on Instagram. My friend, I used to play like PC games with him all the time, and he found me on Instagram because my channel got recommended, and he's the only one that like knew Mav, and then so when he saw my name come up on YouTube, he started looking me up and followed me on Instagram, and he's like, "What's up, bro?" And no one from my school knows my YouTube because I just deleted all my social media after I started MavInVR. So no one's been able to track it. But his YouTube recommended came up, and he heard the voice, and then he just stalked me. It's so funny, man. And now like we're connected again, just talking. It's pretty cool.
I
How
don't tell
about your
anybody.
names? Where do you guys come up with your names? Oh, okay. Yeah.
I didn't come up with mine. A friend did, and then I heard it, and I was like, oh, that's absolutely perfect. Because it's a play on the word therapeutic, and I don't know, I'm just kind of
I
person
like
that
it a
likes to
lot.
talk about in-depth
It
stuff
bounces
like
so
that.
nice. Yeah, the
Yeah,
name
yeah, for sure. And my real name's Tarek,
rolls
so
off your
it
tongue.
works.
Yeah, exactly, and it rolls
Yeah,
right
yeah,
off the
yeah.
tongue.
Yeah, exactly. I wanted something like strong, like one word to name for a channel. I didn't want like
Yeah.
a long-winded. Yeah, so I think it works.
I
Even though
regret my name so
none of
bad.
the kids can like pronounce it in games. Sometimes they butcher it so bad. But that's okay.
No, dude.
Or
I
spell
get
it.
MarvinVR,
Marvin.
MavInVR, Mavin, Marlin, Mavlin,
That's amazing.
Mac. It never ends. No one's ever
Oh my
just said.
gosh.
Only like my close friends will just say Mav. Everyone will say Mavin or Maven. But that was kind of
hilarious.
my fault. I kind of knew when I made the name that it was gonna happen, but at the same time, I kind of just like I want it to be like in VR because I don't want people to think that it's only Rec Room. But then I should have I didn't even know I was gonna be Rec Room only channel. So just like I should have just said Mav.
Yeah.
I should have just said Mav. It made it so
Oh my
much
gosh, that's too
simpler.
funny. Mhm.
But it is what it is. I still like MavInVR.
Yeah,
It's just my
works too.
name. My
I
name
like
is
it too.
Maverick, and I'm in VR. That's all it is. It's so simple.
Yeah.
What about Ding Boy and Ruth? I mean, I know why you're Ruth.
I know Ruth because I've heard it in a video before. But I don't know.
you did say.
I made.
Oh
a
no, I
video
do know
too.
yours because you made a
I
video
made a
about
video
it too.
Yeah,
Yes,
you
I
made a
remember
video,
now.
yeah.
Oh,
Yes,
you made a video about your name?
Yeah, it was recent
it's
too.
coming back to me now.
He
was
made a
recent.
whole skit.
Yeah.
He made a skit.
Yeah, yeah, you like recreated it. Yeah.
A lot of people
I think I
don't
watched
believe
it
it, but
on
that's
YouTube.
exactly how it
Someone-
went. That's exactly how it went. A lot of people don't believe it,
That
but
is
that's
too
exactly
funny.
how it went.
How
Yeah.
did it go?
Oh, so he is like making. Oh, you tell the story. It's like a timer thing, like ding.
So I don't, I forget. I always forget how long ago. I did look up for the video how long it was. I think it was like 5 or 6 years ago or longer, long time ago. We were on a camping trip with our friends. My friend, she was making pancakes, and I was setting like the tables, like the picnic table and everything. And then she said, "All right, hey, can you help me with the pancakes?" And I said, "Oh, sure." And she's like, "All right, you have a watch, time how like when the pancakes needed to be flipped," because she wanted to make sure that the pancakes were like evenly cooked on all sides, and so it'd just be easier. So I had to constantly check them. So I would sit there with the watch saying "ding" every single time they need to be flipped. Just ding, just like a timer. So I would just sit there with the watch, just staring at my watch, like every 2 minutes, just ding, just like a timer, because they didn't have a timer. So from that day on, my friends always called me that. They never used my name ever again. She always just called me Ding, Boy.
Ah, that's funny.
That
Like,
is
and
funny.
so it's so weird whenever
Mm-hmm.
we're going to places, and then she like we're at a place and she says, "Hey, Ding Boy," and then everyone like looks and like, what did you just call him? And then because it's like we're the only ones that actually like get it. It's like
Yeah.
it's like 5, 6, 7 years or something. It's been going on, so it's been quite a while. But yeah, we've
That's
how I got my name.
hilarious.
That is. That is.
So yeah, I made a skit so that I didn't have to explain that every single time because all the people in rec centers are always like, "So how'd you get your name?" And so I just tell them, "Watch the video."
That's literally why I made like the 10 secrets to becoming a Rec Room YouTuber. So I get asked that so much. Like, how do I make it? You know, I made a video about that. Go watch it. Give me that one extra
that
view.
too as well.
Yes.
Like, how to be a YouTuber.
Yeah. I feel like that's the best. Just make one video and then just direct the traffic over there. So.
Whenever I tell my story, people get surprised when they hear that Ruth is actually not my first name.
Oh, I think you just said that. Yeah, you're right. I'm pretty sure you said
it's
something
actually,
like that.
Yeah, it's just my middle name because I
Yes,
didn't like
yeah,
being known
that's what you
as
said.
Energetic
Right.
Elephant. I didn't want to be Energetic Elephant. I'd rather be Energetic and then put in my actual middle name.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a Rec Room hat now. I'm like wearing it everywhere I go, and I have my Rec Room merch. I have like the Cyberjunk City shirt and the Jumbotron one. I like always wear Rec Room stuff. I'm like sooner or later, but you know, I live in Canada. Probably no one's gonna run into me. I don't even live in like a big city, so it's just probably not gonna happen. If it did happen, that would be weird. If someone recognized me in real life.
I met a Rec Room player. Thankfully, he did not recognize me, or I don't even watch YouTube. But it did not take me to figure out that he's a Rec Room squeaker.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so my family has a laser tag business. We're only open on appointment and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I was wearing my Rec Room Rec Room shirt. And the kid's like, "Hey, I play Rec Room too." And he ended up being a very dramatic, emotional, annoying kid. And I'm like, "Oh no, I just met a Rec Room squeaker in real life." And this is probably an 8 or 10-year-old. And he plays Rec Room. And I can't block him. I can't like leave the room.
Yeah.
I am running this business and I have to take care of him.
You could just like click on them.
Hilarious.
Just imagine just walking up to them and just going like this to them. Just block you. just be quiet. Please block you.
Yeah. Like, shh, everything's okay.
Shh.
Yeah.
I'll kick you out of the room or put you. Imagine that in real life.
He's probably like, "No, wait, stop it, don't." You know, I went to Starbucks and I was wearing my Rec Room shirt, and then I was ordering my drink, and the guy was giving me the weirdest look. I don't know what was going on in his head. He never ended up telling me anything, but he just kept looking at me and then looking at my shirt, and I could tell he was kind of being weird about it.
Is it?
And then I don't know.
What if it was another
people are confused?
RecTuber and you were both face to face and you didn't admit it in that moment? It's possible.
Well, yeah.
That
Dude,
could have
what
been
if it was
Harry.
like-
No, wait, he works at Rec Room. It could have been somebody.
Does that work for Starbucks?
I don't know. Maybe he's got a side job.
Harry secretly works for Starbucks.
So is that the
He's
Rec Room
secretly a
alumni
very
shirt that
skinny,
you were
small
wearing?
white man. Yeah, that's the
Okay,
one.
because like I could see people getting confused, like looking at like I never heard of that established in
Oh yeah, I've never heard of that
1987.
college. Yeah.
Like I never heard of that.
Yeah,
Place. Like,
sure,
what is
yeah.
that? I think that's what a lot of people get confused by, and like that's another. So then, whenever people walk up and ask you, you're like, "Wait, no, this is like a fictional universe thing. It's not real." And they're like, "Oh, okay." It's like, "Oh, you go to this university," and I'm like, "I never heard of this university before," and I'm like, "Yeah, it doesn't exist."
You could be like, "Yeah, I got a dorm there."
You get dorm there. I decked out my dorm.
Customize
I'm really popular there. The campus, I'm really popular.
Yeah.
People come up to me asking for pictures. You could just
There you go. You can really mess
That's
with
fantastic.
people
flex
right
on
there.
them.
Yes.
Like some people.
Yeah. I own a $10 unicorn horn. You could take that. Ends. Like, the university's the place that gives them out. Yeah.
And when they ask you where is it, you tell them, "Oh, it's right around the corner of the Isle of Law School."
Yeah.
Right
Exactly.
on Jumbotron. right past Jumbotron. Just go past Jumbotron. You'll see You'll see my door.
Yeah.
You just gotta click on my sub room though.
Don't forget to support me.
Just don't forget
Yes.
to use. Yeah, don't forget to use my code.
I'm not gonna lie. I hate talking about my YouTube and Rec Room stuff to people in real life that don't play video games. It's so bizarre to explain to them.
Same.
It's
No,
so
try
weird.
explaining it to an 85-year-old grandma or relative. I had to do
I
that.
wouldn't even try.
It's difficult. I've tried that because my mom had to bring it up. My mom had to bring it up at a family reunion, and then they obviously came up to me and wanted me to explain it more, and I'm like, this is gonna take a very long time, and this is gonna go over your head.
Yeah. I mean, my parents are in their 50s, so like when I first started talking about YouTube, like they didn't really like even know how to subscribe to my channel. But my mom watched my AMA, like I sent her the link and she figured that out. So they're getting there, that they understand it's my job now and they're happy for me, but it's mainly through me just like constantly having to explain it, I suppose. But yeah, I hate doing that too. I hate explaining it. It just seems so bizarre to people. Like I do YouTube, like
it's so awkward.
Sure you do.
Sometimes
like,
whenever
no, I actually do.
It's also awkward trying to.
It so is.
It's awkward whenever you're in like when you're doing like a friend meetup, like your friends, like not your video game friends, but your IRL friends, and then all of a sudden some of your friends just randomly brings up, oh, you have a YouTube channel. Did you talk about the YouTube channel? And you're like, I do not want to talk about this because I don't want you to go on to my
play your
channel.
video in front of you. Oh my god. They play the video in front of you. Oh my god, I hate that. It's like the meanest thing you can do.
No, I don't have friends, so this has actually never happened to me, thank you so much. But I was at the bank. I was at the bank getting something, and this lady was like, oh, and what do you do for a living? And I was like, I just paused for the longest time. I was like, I make YouTube videos, and she was just like over the moon, wanted to discuss this, and I was like, can we get back to my investment, lady? I don't want to talk about this right now. I was blushing. I was so embarrassed. Like, I don't know why it's so embarrassing. It's just because I guess other people wouldn't think it's a real career. Before I'd be like, oh, I'm a waitress, oh, I'm a manager here, and they just don't bat an eye. But it's like YouTube, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, tell me more. And I'm like, I'm not going to describe the Rec Room universe to you or VR, so I'm just going to just say virtual reality and leave it at that or something like that.
I've stopped saying that, and I've been just saying content creator. That's all I've been saying now.
Well, I was talking to this like really professional businesswoman about creating my S corp, and she's like, "Oh, so what is your business?" I was like, "I'm a content creator." She goes, "What's that?" She's like trying to mark off what you're supposed to check mark. She's like, "We don't have content creator on here." I was like, "Entertainer." She goes, "What kind of entertainer?" I'm just like, I make YouTube videos, woman. Like, don't make me just say
it. Had no content creator category in the list. It had no. It just had like video, like or entertainer. That's all it had. So I just
you kind of had to bullcrap your way.
I just picked the closest one on the website. I'm like,
there's never a box. There's never a box. I'm learning.
There is going to be. I can tell you, there's going to be in the future with the rise of TikTok and stuff. Like, I know. There's definitely going to be content creator on there soon.
But it's like artist is like sometimes the closest. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna check artist because I guess that's a bit of a stretch, but sure, we'll go with that.
That's what I had to do. I had to just like, all right, this is closest.
Video editing is an art. It is skill.
Exactly.
It is an art.
It's creative. It's
recording.
Subjective.
B-roll. All that. I'm pretty sure he knows all about that. It's an art, isn't it?
Yes.
I love B-roll. B-roll is my favorite. I like B-roll better than A-roll.
Really? That's great.
You know, most of those videos that I do, I don't even I kind of just wing it because like I feel like when I overthink it, then it gets too much going on. I like to just like the Showdown video I did, all of that was kind of just like here's the idea, but I haven't planned out any of the recording, so can you guys just stand there? I think this might look cool. And that's literally how like my first trailer contest I did, it was like also the same thing, but it was so much worse than what I was doing now, just because it was like my first time making a cinematic video, like just winging it and not understanding like the different camera angles and B-roll and A-roll. But like it was just it's so funny just to think of like where that kind of like that's come from, and just from making videos just for fun, you know what I mean? But I'm sure you know all of you guys can say the same thing. You go back to your older videos.
Oh yeah, definitely. My older videos, it's like whenever you go back, but it's nice because I keep them up because it's then you can see like your progress. That's why like a lot of people they used to delete them, but I'm like, well, at least make them private because then you can at least see your progress that you've done. Like, like especially I can definitely tell my thumbnails like were hideous on my old videos. They were disgusting, and I'm like,
mine are so bad.
Red text, no outline, just But then my new ones, I'm like, yeah, that's where I improved on the most, I think, because my thumbnail.
Yeah.
All right, so that's going to be it for episode 6 of the Ridiculously Epic Cruise Show. Thank you so much to Mav and Tarapeutic for being guests and Ruth for being the co-host. And make sure to subscribe to whatever place you're listening to this or watching this, and we'll see you in the next episode. Bye.
Peace.